A way to express.
Yes, to express yourself. Anyone else?
A way to provoke.
To way to provoke. Very good. What else? Anything, you know.
Ways you can show something.
Yes, yes, that's right. It's a way to, show something. It can be emotion or, any issues, right? That's right. You know what? We just, realized everyone's answer is different. So that's why, it's not an easy question to answer. What is art? Because people define art in many ways. So today we are going to see diverse viewpoint of art in terms of beauty, appearances, meaning, and purpose. So let me share a very famous painting in the world. This. What is this?
The Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa. Yeah, everyone knows it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci from the Renaissance in 1503 to 1505. Before the Renaissance, there was Middle Age, known as Dark Age in art history for 1,000 years. So during Middle Age, art was used for the only worship of God, like craftsmen. However, after the Middle Age, the Renaissance arose, and many Renaissance artists sought to make realistic images and spaces on the two-dimensional surface. And this Mona Lisa painting gave many Renaissance people a shock with the beautiful woman who seemed like alive in this painting. Besides, this painting made many critics in 19th century surprised when it was shown at the Louvre Museum in Paris. And they described her as a dangerous beauty and a fatal attraction. Do you agree with that? No? You don't agree with that? Disagree?
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. No, it can be beautiful, but it can be,
To understand their beauty standard.
yeah. Yeah.
It's detailed, I'll give it that. It's detailed, but he's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes.
Just
Yes.
that the notion of beauty changes over the time, right?
That's right. That's
We're in
right.
that era,
Yes, not our era. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. And let me show you a fun work of art. So, um, so this is made in 20th century, in modern era, and this is Marcel Duchamp fountain. Can you guess what it is?
An urinal.
Yes, it's a urinal. Yes, exactly. So it's a male urinal. And Duchamp did not make this urinal, but only designated it as a work of art, which means he just took the male urinal and displayed at the show. And he said, like, this is an art. So it is a type of art known as ready-made. So this is it, ready-made. So this Duchamp ready-made work fountain raised the interesting philosophical question. Does art have to be made by an artist? How do you think?
Art is anything that is creative or
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
anything can be art.
Yes, Yeah, so
I
apparently,
agree.
uh-huh, you agree with that.
Because like anybody can like create art. It doesn't, you don't have to be like the world's
Mm-hmm.
greatest artist. Anybody can create art. So
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. That's right. So apparently, we can see through this art, the art, it doesn't need to made by an artist. That's right. So art can be changed by diverse viewpoint, as we discussed. And this is a Japanese artist painting, Maple Leaves on a River. So this painting depicts Japanese autumn river in 19th century with middle or lower classes. And this is an Egyptian mural and the journey of the sun god Re. So this painting depicts Nile River. Ancient Egyptian believed there was a god to control the river, which made fertile soil to grow their crop. So sometimes art can be different by subject matter, even though artists depict the same object as these two paintings. So the idea of art has changed by history. In ancient time, art is totemic sculpture or painting. And in the Middle Age, art is craft. And in Renaissance, art is painting, sculpture, architecture with the skilled technique. Lastly, in modern and postmodern, art means diverse genre. So the idea of art has changed by history like that. So let's talk about art and beauty. So many of us assume that a work of art should be beautiful. How do you think? Do you think art should be beautiful?
No,
No, why?
because
not all the time.
what if you're not feeling beautiful inside? What if you are sad and you want to express that? It's not gonna look beautiful because you're sad or
Yes,
whatever it is.
yes, that's right. You got the point.
Or
Yes.
if you're angry, to express anger.
Mm.
Anger isn't always beauty, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't think art has to be beautiful all the time, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right.
Also, the colors change. When
Mhm.
you're upset, you use darker colors, and when you're happy, sometimes you use brighter colors. So the
That's
colors
right.
change also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone is correct. Very good. Very good. So beauty and art were discussed together, because both were felt to provide pleasure. However, as you talked about it, we don't always feel pleasure in looking at art. So let's see the examples. So this is Kate Colwitz's engraving work of art. So what kind of a feeling do you feel from this work of art?
Sorrow.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
Looks scary in a way.
Yeah.
It kind of like the top head looks like a, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like a man wolf, but then he's like holding another man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is not a man. Actually, this is a mother.
Uh,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it looks like, if someone is holding, another,
Yeah.
person. Yes.
Oh,
it looks it looks sad.
Yes.
Looks really sad, yeah. And I
Yes.
think it's quite detailed. It
Mhm.
depicts the emotion that the mother's feeling over
That's
her dead child, you know?
that's right.
So I
That's
like
right.
that
Yeah.
aspect of this piece.
That's right. So the title of this work is Woman with Dead Child. So she's holding her dead child, and we can feel her sadness from this work of art. Yes. And here's another example. So what kind of a feeling do you feel from this painting?
Fear.
Yes, fear. Yes. And what is doing?
I don't know why, but he's eating one of the
The
people.
person?
Yes.
Children.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's kind of a gross, I know. Yeah.
The expression is kind of hard to read. I don't know if it's like, is he enjoying it or he's just like surprised or it's like, why am I doing this? You know, I don't, I'm not really understanding.
It's hard to read her face. Yeah, his
Yeah.
face.
Kind of
Yes.
scary. It's actually
Yes.
kind of scary.
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
And I looked up more of his artwork. It's very eerie and just like weird. It's like what was going on
Yeah.
in your head when you created all of these pieces. It's very detailed and interesting, but it's just
Yeah.
like what was going on. Like,
Yeah.
every day. So,
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But so this is Francisco de Goya's painting, Saturn devouring one of his children. So he witnessed terrible acts of cruelty, stupidity, warfare, and slaughter during world wars. So he expressed his increasingly pessimistic view of human nature through this work of art. So art can produce pleasure, but it can also inspire sadness, horror, pity, awe, and a full range of other emotions. So art can be beautiful, but not all art tries to be beautiful. And beauty is not a requirement for art. So that is the point. Everyone did a great job. Let's move on to the art and art appearances. So these two works of art are made by one artist. So left one is very, realistic style and traditional style painting. And the right one is totally abstract work of art. But surprisingly, these two works of art were made by one artist, Pablo Picasso. So Pablo Picasso mastered the left one traditional technique while still a teenager. However, he soon abandoned it for a style of art known as Cubism, like this, the right one. And it happened almost the end of the 19th century, not only Pablo Picasso, but also many other artists. Why did art change suddenly? Can you guess why?
I guess time is evolving.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But
To
here,
reflect what society was going through.
maybe, but that's not the main point. I will give you a hint. There was something invented in 19th century.
The brushes.
Photography?
Oh, who said that? What did you say?
Photography?
Yes, yes. Photography. Yes. Oh gosh. Yes. So it was photography. So for some artists, photography meant the end of the painting. So manual skills were no longer needed to create a visual record. So that's why many of artists abandoned the traditional style and then sought to new creative art style. So sometimes appearances of art has changed by a historical event like this. Now let's talk about art and meaning. So art is always about something. One brief definition of art is embodied meaning. And understanding art is a cultural skill and must learned. So for the first thing, you can find the meaning of art through form and content. So form is the physical appearance of the work. everything the eye registers about it, such as colors, shapes, and internal organization. And content is what the work of art is about. And the next thing can be material and techniques to see the meaning of art. And the third one is iconography. So iconography means describing images. Iconography involves identifying, describing, and interpreting subject matter in art. And the last thing is context. So art does not happen in a vacuum. Many works of art are related to the life and the society of its creators. And sometimes art has purpose. So this is Carol Walker's installation work, Sugar Babies. Can you guess what this work is about?
That one was very confusing to me. I had a
Mhm.
lot going on in my
It
mind.
looks like they're working
Uh-huh,
with the
working.
mother,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
maybe to help with something, like at home, maybe. I don't know.
Very close. Very close.
African American children, maybe with their mother. Possibly.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, so these are the little kids are African, you know, the kids, that's right. But this is not a mother, but
It looks like they're serving a god.
oh yes, yes, very good.
Oh.
Yes. So it looks like you know, the Egyptians Sphinx, right?
Yeah, I was
But they
confused
have
about
like
It's a sort of god. Yes.
that.
Yes.
Mm.
But you know what? Can you guess what's the medium of this scripture? It's very white. You
kind of
can
hard to like describe it, you know?
you can find the hint in the title. In the title of this work. Yes, sugar. Oh my gosh. So
Oh,
this,
wow.
yes, this white giant sculpture is made by sugar, the domino sugar we eat every day. Yeah. So the sugar was made by young African kids to import the sugar to the developed countries. And the kids were paid incredibly low labor wage. Oh, yes. So Walker brought art into a specialized space, evoking a connection between what took place there and larger social and historical issues. Very, very meaningful work of art. And here's another example with the art and purpose. So this is Banksy's mural on Lake Street. Can you tell me what you can see here?
Trying to cover
It looks
the
like
drawing.
Animals in the background.
It
Between
looks like
with
he's cleaning up
Motorman.
graffiti.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like erasing it, erasing a part of history is the way
Yes.
that I see it,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh,
It
yes.
doesn't look like when they used to draw on the rocks and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. Very good. Yes, perfect. Yes, that is the, you just read the, painting well, that's correct. So the Banksy mural painting depicts a city worker mindlessly power washing a prehistoric rock painting off the wall. Much as workers routinely scrub unauthorized graffiti from walls today. So this painting draws a parallel between modern street art and the cave paintings of prehistory, so that we now consider to be priceless treasures of human patrimony. However, like graffiti artists, the cave painters did not have permits of government authorization to paint their images. So they just simply made their work for the public to see. So the artists want to say that. All right. So what is art? The questions that artists of the 20th century posed about the nature of their task and the great formal variety of their responses to those questions served to map the territory of the word art. So we now understand that art can manifest itself in many more ways, like painting, a sculpture, a video, an installation, a website, a computer program, a concept, a performance, and an action. So all these and more may be presented and understood as art. All right, so we are done with the first chapter, and then we're gonna see the next chapter. Okay, so we're gonna see the themes of art. Where is it? Okay, it's here. All right, so let's see themes of art. So art can hold many meanings and inspire multiple interpretations, so it may reflect more than one theme. So let's see what these are. So in this chapter, we are going to see seven themes of art. So first theme is the sacred realm, and the second theme is politics and the social order, and the next theme is stories and histories, and the other one is picturing the here and now, and the fifth theme is invention and fantasy, and the sixth one is the natural world, and the last one is reflecting on the human experiences. So let's see the examples. So people throughout history have turned to a word we cannot see except through faith. The sacred realm of the spirit, like gods and goddesses and spirits of ancestors and spirits of nature. So each society has formed its own view of the sacred realm and how it interacts with our own. So for example, Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism, and etc. So the sacred realm is one of the popular themes throughout the whole art history. And the next theme is politics and the social order. So this is an oil painting by Eugene Delacroix, Liberty Leading the People in 1830. So what you can see in this painting.
She's leading the people to follow her.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is that her boobs showing?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like a war going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what does her cleavage showing represent?
So look at the flag. It's yes.
France.
Like
French.
she's in
Yes.
like a revolution,
French flag.
like a
Yes. Yes. So you're representing the the French revolution, revolution. So this liberty leading the people was made in 19th century, and art remained deeply involved with the politics and the social order. So like this work of art. So this is an unforgettable image of Parisians having taken up arms, marching forward under the banner of the tricolor representing liberty, equality, and fraternity. So Eugene Delacroix's Liberty Leading the People leaves no doubt about the artist's support for the revolution of 1830. And Delacroix completed this painting in the very same year, and it retains the passion of his idealized view of the interaction and the hopes he had for the future it would bring. And this is Pablo Picasso's oil painting, Guernica. So this is one of the Pablo Picasso's best known works. Can you guess what the painting is about?
I have no idea.
Maybe pain. Some of the facial expressions.
Yeah, it looks very
Pain.
painful. Yeah, it looks very painful, but
Beautiful.
I know it's really hard to read. Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then,
Someone
like
look-
one of the
Looks like death, like some like dying. People are dying.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have like an ox. I
Uh-huh.
think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. But apparently we can see that painting is not pleasant, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Something is going on here.
a mixture of emotions all in one piece. Yeah.
With the black and white colors, it shows like very, terrible things happened in here. And then maybe we can see the faces are, looks very, terrible and miserable here.
Over there, it looks like a mother with a crying child, maybe.
Yes, maybe. And all the body parts are separated and, just,
Yeah, all over the
yeah.
place, just like scattered everywhere. So
Yeah.
mm,
Something is terrible things in here, right? So on April 26th, 1937, Nazi Germany bombed the basket town of Guernica. And it was one of the worst after a series of the Spanish Civil War. So this Pablo Picasso's painting Guernica is regarded by many artists critics as one of the most moving and powerful anti-war paintings in history. Yeah. So this is about the worst war. All right. So and some artists use narrative or storytelling through their work of art. They have often turned to stories for subject matter, especially stories whose roots reach deep into their culture's collective memory. So this is William Hogarth engraving printing work. Can you guess the story in this work of art?
the daughter's leaving home. He's saying farewell to her mother, maybe her grandmother, maybe, I don't know. And he's moving
Seems
away
like some sort of
somewhere.
trade.
That, or maybe she's coming to visit.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Being sold, I guess.
She's holding a little rag. The older woman's like holding a rag, and I don't know if it's like he's comforting her over something
Yeah.
or I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a
yeah,
bunch of
maybe
women in the
the
back
truck,
in the
yeah.
carriage,
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just realized that, or men, I don't know.
and the older woman up front is the only one that's wearing a dark dress.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very,
maybe it's being sold
Maybe
off.
it's like
I'm
a
not
slave
sure.
trade, maybe.
Yeah,
I
she's
don't know.
being sold off, maybe.
very close. Yes. Yes.
Sex
Very
The
trade.
man in the background is like he's like surprised or like trying to figure out what's going on and like
Right,
in
in the
the
back.
little carriage, you know.
Mhm.
And then there's a woman on the balcony. She's like,
Looking, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
a lot going on. And
Yeah.
then we have rope.
The door
Like,
looks
with the-
happy.
Huh?
The two men that are standing on the door, they look like they're happy.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
One of them look concerned.
Yeah, the one that's like holding his chest or something.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
concerned.
Very nice. Very nice. So this image shows an innocent country girl, this woman, Mary Hackabout, who has arrived in London. The person who was to serve as Mary's guardian in the city appears befuddled in the background here, and leaving Mary to be met by an older woman. Unfortunately, the older woman runs a brothel and recruits Mary into a prostitution. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That-
Oh, wow.
Mm,
Yeah.
that explains a lot.
That's
And
what.
that's why those women are probably inside.
Mhm.
Those are future prostitutes, maybe. right?
Yes, yes. So a series of treasury ensure, and the story ends with Mary's death after serving time in prison. So this William Hogarth was very popular artist in that era to show that series of work with the very attempting story at that time, because at the time there was no TV or internet, and and it was like a very popular drama at the time. So everyone came to see his new printing work with the new story, like the our movie or drama. All right. And this is Judith Becker's mural painting, Great Wall of Los Angeles. And Judith Becker's work is based on recording history using the concrete walls of a drainage canal. This is very long painting. So the goal of Great Wall of Los Angeles is to represent the histories of the diverse population of Los Angeles who are underrepresented in history books and school curricula. Okay. All right. So social order, the word of the sacred, and history, and the great stories of the past, all these are very grand and important themes. But art does not always have to reach too high. So sometimes it is enough just to look around us and notice what our life is like here, now, in this place, at this time. This is survived in the tomb of Mekatre of ancient Egypt. Egyptian imagined the afterlife as resembling earthly life in every detail, except this is continued through eternity. To ensure the prosperity of the decreased in the afterlife, scenes of the pleasures and bounty of life in Egypt were painted or carved on the tomb walls. And this is an ancient Chinese painting, count ladies preparing newly woven silk. So this is a scene from a long hand scroll depicting a woman weaving, ironing, and folding length of silk. And daily work is also the subject of a painting made in Mexico in 1575. The artist recorded their traditional religious rituals, gods, agricultural practices, and arts. So in this scene shown here, artists made clothing and regalia out of brightly colored feathers. And everyone would have had different lives and had different understandings of the world and their places in it. However, we also would have shared certain experiences just by virtue of being human. So many artists use their personal experience as a theme of a work of art. So do you know this artist? Frida Kahlo? Yeah,
Yes.
she's very famous artist. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I chose to do my report.
Very good. So Frida Kahlo was a Mexican painter known for her many portraits, self-portraits, and works inspired by the nature and artifacts of Mexico. She's an amazing artist. And inspired by the country's popular culture, she employed a native folk art style to explore questions of identity, post-colonialism, gender, class, and race in Mexican society. So there is a video in the Moodle room about Frida Kahlo to show her life with her works. So please watch the video to understand her work of art based on her experience. And the next thing we are going to see is invention and fantasy. So can you read this painting? It looks very complicated, I know.
It looks like the Eden Garden.
Oh yeah, yeah. The artist
design like where everybody's beautiful, supposedly, you know, freedom.
Yeah, yeah, looks very freedom. Yes.
No judgment or anything like that. And
yeah, very good.
There's like the fate of humanity. I don't know, like at the right, it went wrong, and then there's war.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like all peaceful. First photo to the left, and then there's more. And then at the last photo, destruction.
Yeah.
Blood and everything else, misery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very detailed. I love the colors and everything like that.
Yes, I agree.
Ends miserably.
Yeah. And one of the students from the morning class, and she said like she read this painting, like the left panel shows the heaven and the middle panel is, you know, the present, you know, we are living in the planet like that, very, you know, complicated, and the right one is like, you know, hell. Yeah, you know, we can just, you know, read the whole the painting, you know, with the difference, but it can be just, you know, very fun and amazing, you know, stories we can make it with this painting, because, you know, it shows, you know, many of things. Yeah, very good. So the hundreds of nude human, you know, keyboard in a fantasy landscape inhabited by giant plants and outsized birds and animals. You know, so everything is invented by the, you know, artist. All right. And the next theme is the natural world. So the nature and our relationship to it are themes that have often been addressed through art. So during the 19th century, many American painters set themselves the American landscape as a subject. So this is Thomas Cole's oil painting, The Oxbow. He depicted the great looping bend of the Connecticut River as seen from the heights of nearby Mount Holyoke in Massachusetts. And landscape is the most important and honored subject in the Chinese painting tradition, but its purpose was never to record the details of a sight or view. Rather, painters learned to paint mountains, rocks, trees, and water so that they could construct imaginary landscapes for viewers to wander through in the mind's eye. Okay. And we just went through 7 main themes of art, and there is a sketchbook project related to this chapter, themes of art. So let's see what the first sketchbook project is. Okay. All right. And let me share a different slide. In 1 second, I'm going to take a picture of this first. All right. Okay, so this is our first project, logo design with your name. So we just went through 7 main themes of art. So there is a sketchbook project. I'm sorry, this is a sketchbook project. Okay, so we just saw these 7 themes of art, right? So let's just, remind it. So the first theme was the sacred realm, like Christianity, Buddhism or Islam, like that. And the next theme was politics and the social order. And the next theme is stories and histories. And the next theme is picturing the here and now. And the other one is invention and fantasy. And the next one is natural world. And the next one is reflecting on the human experience, right? We just saw all of this work. All right, so for this project, you will need sketchbook, pencil, eraser, and any color medium you have. So let's see the name design process together. So step 1, choose one of the themes of art you'd like to represent yourself. And step 2, think about yourself and what is your favorite? Who are you? Your relationship, your personality, and your background, etc. And step 3, apply some of the things about yourself on your name design and design your name like a logo. And number 4, design the background based on a theme of art you choose. And number 5, color your name logo and the background. So you can just show, beginning steps of this, work process today, or, you can just, write the theme you choose, and then the plans, your work of art. And then you can just finish the this logo design by the end of the course in May, okay? All right, so let me share the sample I made with my name. So this is I made. So let me show you.
Name.
Huh?
So it's like you gonna made a logo that with your name that represents you.
Yeah.
Okay.
May I use Photoshop to do that?
You can use Photoshop if you want. Yeah, doesn't matter. All right, so let me just start from the brainstorming stage. So I chose this reflecting on the human experience, yeah. And then here I wrote my name on the center, and I thought about my roles as a Suli Lee, and turned out I have many of roles in my life. So I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an art educator, and a graphic designer, and an artist. And my favorite role is artist. I'm sorry, my daughter. This is my favorite, I just want to be honest. Okay, so using this brainstorming, I just created my name design. So let me just turn off that. Okay, so I designed my name like this. I thought about my personality, and I'm very organized person, and I really want to fit my name in that scare box like that. So it looks like very organized, right? Okay, and then I chose one of my favorite photography work on the background like that, and I felt like my other roles kind of bothers, my favorite role, the artist work like that. So I just covered with the diverse colors, but turned out, so these are all myself, that makes a harmony, in the many of roles, right? So I just, use that background like that. And then I think my life is always, up and down. So I put the arrows like that in the empty space. Yeah. So that's it. So you can just, make like that, or you can just, make a different ways with mine. So it doesn't matter. Okay, so let me share more examples, So this is one of my students' work. Yeah, I love her, her letter designs, and then she applied her personality on the, the background color with the circles. Very nice. And, this is amazing, calligraphy now. So you can do it like that. And these students loved the cartoon, yes, anime like that. I love that. So if you want, you can make, like a black and white work of art like this. So you can just need a pen or a pencil. You don't need to, use the color stuff. And this looks like graffiti work. This is amazing, right? And here's another black and white work. And this is not a logo design. I just, took this as an example to show this, creative, way, to put the letters in a silhouette. And this is another example. Very fancy. Yeah, that's it. So, do you have any question about this project? No? All right.
Does it have to be your full name, or can it be like initials?
Oh, it's fine. You can use the initial. Yeah. You don't need to use your full name.
Is this slides you do it on? Is this like Google Slides?
Google Slides?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You're gonna
like how did they put all the colors and make it like that?
Oh, you can just color with the crayon, or
like you can
so I could draw it and take a picture and post
oh
it?
yes, take a picture, and then you're gonna post it in the Moodle room. Okay, so this is our Moodle room page. So scroll down and go to week 2. Go to week 2. This is the second week. And then I'm recording this class video, so you can watch it. Oh gosh, it's so long. Okay, so scroll down and you will see week 2, and scroll down a little bit more. And here is a page icon, right? So when you click it, I will, post the recorded video here. So you will watch it in 30 minutes later after the class. And then when you scroll down, you will see the artist videos. Please watch them. Here is Judith Becca's video and Frida Kahlo's video, right? These are all fun. So please watch it. And then let me go back to week 2 to see the sketchbook project posting section. So this is week 2 again, and scroll down, go to here, the speech bubble. This is a forum icon. So here is a sketchbook 2.1, click it. And here, so choose one of the theme, okay? And here's a posting guide. So please write your theme you choose for your name design, and write why did you design your name like that, and please write why did you choose the theme for your name design. And I just attached video links to show the letter designs. So it will be helpful to design your names. And then, like the discussion, just hit this green button to post your work. When you're ready to post your image, you can take a picture and then hit this button, choose file, and then, upload your photo in it, okay? And if you are just, in the brainstorming stage, you can just, write, what's your plan, okay? And it is supposed to be, posted by tonight, and you should reply to your peers by tomorrow. Any question?